Hello fellow leggers!
Well, it's blooming lovely to have you back again.
Blooming lovely to have you back again with us. We are this evening in the Midlands at the Wolverhampton Grand Theatre
To see the musical Jersey Boys.
So stay tuned to find out how many legs,
Whether it's break a leg or leg it. So you know sometimes you're obsessed with theatre and you've got no one to talk to? Well, you could come and talk to us because we like to talk to you.
We're as crazy about theatre as you probably
So
are.
pop down there and leave us a comment. Let us know you're there. Maybe hit subscribe if you like what we do. We talk about what we've seen. We've even got an upcoming Q&A, which means you get to leave us a question and we will answer it in an upcoming video.
To the best of our knowledge.
Yeah.
But this evening we are here seeing the UK tour of the musical Jersey Boys, which I've never seen, and I've never seen the film.
Now, I've never seen it and I've never seen the film either, which is crazy because it's been running for a long, long time. I'd imagine a lot of you out there have seen this.
More than likely.
In fact, it premiered in California all the way back in 2004, before transferring to Broadway in 2005, where it ran for 12 years.
So that's a good run.
That's a good, solid job, isn't it, that? It was nominated for 8 Tony Awards, winning 4 of them, including Best New Musical.
Okay.
Then did a hop, skip and a jump over the pond and made its way to the West End.
In 2008.
Well done. And it was an audience and critical
success.
Hit. Yeah. Nominated for 5 Olivier Awards and winning arguably the most important one of them.
Best New Musical.
Best New Musical. It ran in London for 9 years. Now, it did also receive, as you mentioned, a movie adaptation.
I think it was directed by Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, in 2014.
He's usually quite good.
And apparently, the less said about that, the better. So we'll just skip over that
Did
right
do well.
now. The story is a dramatisation of the formation and the success and eventual breakup of the 1960s rock and roll group, the Four Seasons. So it's a true story about their rise to the top with such songs as, give me a Four Seasons song.
Sherry Baby.
Yep.
Oh, What a Night.
Yep. Walk Like a Man.
Yeah.
And Beggin.
Begging, please. Yeah. I know there's some of them that are quite familiar. I think it's going to be quite nice to kind of go, oh, that was them. Oh, that song as well.
Yeah. And
Because there's been so many covers.
I like
as well.
a jukebox musical that actually is a true story. So the songs sort of go in chronological order, which I think this does. 2 acts. 2 and a bit hours, and we'll catch you at the interval to give you our 30-second breakdown.
And also stick around to the end to find out how many legs.
We come to the interval. It's time for the Break-a-Leggers 30-second interval breakdown. Go! What do you think so far?
I'm really quite surprised. I'm really enjoying it. It's moving at such a pace, barely sitting still. We've got these drums, percussion that's driving the whole thing forwards. A really interesting dark story that I never knew, so I'm loving it so far. How about you?
I feel exactly the same. I think the book is so strong, it's dramatic, it's interesting, and as you say, it's an hour and 10 so far, and it feels like 15 minutes. I can't wait to get back in there. It's a rip-roaring night out. Everyone's having a great time. I know, what a night we've had.
Oh, what a night.
Here at Jersey Boys at the Grand Theatre.
So what did you make of that?
Do you know what? I had expectations, you know, I knew it had been popular, so I knew that it must be a good show.
But lots of things have been popular, and then we've gone to see them, and we're a bit like, yeah.
It's the hype machine, isn't it? And you've always got to be careful about that. But I've got to say, I can see why this was a smash hit. It's got cross-generational appeal, because it's sort of, you know, those people that didn't grow up in the 60s that have come to the songs much later, there's a familiarity about them. I mean, they stay in the show, they're still having hits in the 2000s with these numbers.
The covers are still going.
They've never gone away, and as a result, it's just a brilliant night out with songs that were genre defining and have stood the test of time, performed with such enthusiasm. I was smiling throughout.
I am outside of music. I absolutely love the book. Like I'm a big fan of the kind of Scorsese films, those gangster Goodfellas, and the gangster mob stuff.
Like Godfather.
Yeah, and this is right out the backyard of where all that happened.
Well, they're Italian.
It's Italian. It's fruity
Kind
language
of New York,
as well.
New Jersey, really gritty.
Because they could have made this family friendly.
Yeah.
They could have gone, oh, do you know what? We're a musical. We're telling a story. Let's keep it nice and
PG-13.
But no, it's raw and
edgy.
it's drugs and debt and the gangster land,
death and guns.
It's just the book is just really good, really enjoyable.
Yeah,
who's the book?
The book writers are
There are
actually two of them, mostly known for screen work. Actually, that's Marshall Brickman and Rick Ellis. Now,
it moved like a screenplay. It moved very quick.
Yeah.
Very short.
Marshall Brickman's done Woody Allen movies. He's really well known for a screenwriter. I mean, Rick Ellis is your musical theatre book writer, and he did The Addams Family, and the book wasn't the worst thing about that show.
Okay, I didn't see it.
No, we do have a review for it. He also wrote the play Peter and the Starcatcher, which received 9 Tony nominations and won 5, more than any play that season. We've got a review for Peter and the Starcatcher as well, so check that out.
And that's all about the production as well. But anyway, so it moves so well. It's pretty much a bare stage, but a lovely use of simple items coming back and forth. The percussion drums just on a platform that moves constantly from place to place on tracks. It's just really nice setting up the scenes.
And what else I loved? I loved the staging of this. There's a hell of a lot of staging that is fired upstage. It's not at the audience, and it adds this really intimate dynamic of this sort of behind the scenes sort of look over the shoulder of these characters, and I just think it adds another level which is really appreciated and works so well in this piece.
It's not all about showy face the front and set. They're having a good relationship with us. It's like they are talking directly to us, and there's a lot of tongue in cheek and like winking at us.
It's breaking of the fourth wall at times.
Yeah, but at the same time there are those moments when directorially they're not looking at us and they're facing up stage where we are suddenly drawn into what is going on. Really nice directorial touches.
I was also a really big fan of some of the what I can only call instrument choreography to dance, but to dance using an instrument as your sort of accompanying partner. It's a real treat and not something that we see a huge amount. Sergio Trujillo, please I pronounced that right, was the choreographer and did an absolute great job.
Yeah, a lot of the choreography is very good. It's very stylized, almost quite under your foot. It's really
of the period,
in a small
really.
space, but extremely sharp, and performed with real pizzazz in those very short, sharp looks and moves and clicks with your hands.
You're auditioning?
It's just really nice stuff.
I think we need to go on to performances now.
Yes, let's move on to performances.
Talk about Simon Bailey in the role of Tommy DeVito. He is the sort of gambling, debt-addicted, real, hardened Jersey boy. He personifies that cultural upbringing, and I thought he was great. He was believable. Do you know what? Cheeky chappy. Kind of got the attractive
rogue.
bad boy, that sort of thing about him. Bit of a Danny Dyer, but from Jersey.
Yeah, he had that kind of rough voice as well, didn't he? Put on that rough accent.
Which
so that was good.
Yeah, very good. Also, I know that you were a particular big fan of Declan Egan.
Is he playing Bob?
Playing Bob Guardio.
Bob, he's just very cute as well.
He is.
And talented as well. Each of the four of the four lineup,
of the 4 seasons.
The 4 seasons, each of them were completely different.
Very distinct.
Written very differently, very distinct differences, and in casting as well, they are all uniquely very different individuals, which I think is a real genius of the writing and of the casting and understanding these characters.
Yeah, Declan's also played this part in New Zealand and Australia, and he's also been understudy Elder Price in Book of Mormon. I can totally see that. He's got that kind of cutish, Mormon-y, naive, innocent good looks.
Yeah, I really liked him.
Very good. Lewis Griffiths playing the role of Nick. Beautiful bass voice.
Really
Even
deep.
when he speaks, he's got this great tone.
And real stillness to him.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Absolutely loved him.
And we should also talk about Frankie Valli then.
Yes, so Frankie Valli tonight was played by an understudy, James Alexander Gibbs. He's not first cover, he's not even second cover. He's third cover, Frankie Valli.
And I've got to say, we knew this when we went in. We were thinking, oh no, what have we got ourselves in for? Scraping the bottom of the barrel. However,
it was the sort of Catherine Zeta-Jones in 42nd Street moment. I would have never in a million years believed that he was third cover.
No.
He could go on night after night and give that performance and have the whole audience in the palm of his hand.
Sharp as anything.
Yeah.
Harmony is on point.
Oh my goodness, he was fantastic.
Yeah.
I could not wait to give that guy a standing ovation, and I'm sure he felt the love from the audience tonight, and he thoroughly deserved his moment.
And boy, did the audience love this show.
And they do, and you know,
Come on, get it out.
The singing of the audience.
It's gonna happen if people know the song. On the big songs like da 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 da.
Problem is, right?
Everyone is singing.
We've got someone here just joining in. I mean, you sort of can't help yourself, and you know that's fine. Absolutely fine in the car on the way home, but not in the theatre when we're all paying to be there. I just think give the performance the time, give the performers that space. You've got the rest of your life to sing along to these songs. Do you know what? I'm glad you're having a good time, but rein it in a little bit, please. It didn't bother me enough for me to tell anyone to stop.
You're there to have a good time. You're there. What better, connection for the cast with the audience?
Like you found your people as well.
Then you're at one making the music. You know then that you are then join in. That's what it is. You're not watching telly. Do you know what I mean? You're there together, collectively. So join in together. I don't mind.
That's one way of looking at it, I suppose.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the only thing that's sort of a little bit bothering me, I suppose. But in a show like this, I think it's to be expected. And have a drink beforehand. Maybe you'll find yourself involuntary singing along. I know I was.
Fantastic supporting casts, fantastic band.
Yeah.
It looked as if there were actor musicians throughout. I think it was just that I'm not sure if they were actor musicians or if they're just choreographed really well and they knew their instruments really well.
I think in a show like this, they don't get much of a choice. I think it's like you're auditioning to play in the band for the show, but just so you know, we're going to be expecting you to do a lot of work.
Yeah.
And they were doing a lot of work. So MD Francis Goodhand, Sarah Burrell, Ed Hewlett, Christian Sutherland, Sam Edgington and Samuel Furst. I've got to mention you all because you throw yourselves into your instruments and you throw yourselves into your parts. Well done. You're as much of that company as anybody else.
Yeah, and I love the fact that the percussionist was on stage all the time. It really did give it the whole piece, that drive. And
great dynamic.
It's always about the music. And the music, the underscoring of music came in really good points. There's a big scene in the second act where they have a big fallout around the table, and there was just key moments of underscore from the band that came in and dropped out and came in and came out. And there's just some shows that we've seen that I often say, that needed underscore. It needed there to pull the whole thing together, and it got it in this piece.
So let's round up for the UK tour of Jersey Boys the musical. We are
currently playing here at the Wolverhampton Grand.
It is, and then you can check out where else it's going in the description below. We are going to give
5 legs.
Yeah, it's a 5-star show, guys. I promise you, no matter who you are, you'll not fail to have a good time. Is that a double negative? You will have a good time.
I was just really surprised. Like I say, I heard about it. It's not something I personally would run to get a ticket to. But boy, am I glad that I've got to see this because I think it's right up there actually in terms of favourite musicals. Definitely Jukebox Musical.
Yeah,
sets the bar very high.
But hey, that's just what we think.
What did you think? You seen it?
We know a lot of you have. We'd love to hear from you. If you're catching this tour, why not pop down to the Grand and let us know where you saw it down below.
We are the Break-A-Leggers.
And we'll catch you again soon.
Bye.